Hey folks, MACT back, and got one for the garage. Many years ago I bought a camper, and the kids were little, all this good stuff, went camping, had a permanent site, went there for a while, then I moved that to another site, and we started camping less and less. As the girls grew older, things changed, and I hadn't been to the camper and done a lot with it, and then ultimately the floor started rotting out because of water seepage inside the camper. You know, anybody own a camper know that it's about like owning a boat. So ultimately, after insurance was done, and then after I did some work with, I got some construction work going on, took it, basically got it sold for salvage, and then had it towed away. And basically this video is me following it out the campground, and basically that's the last I see of it, because that is it. The camper is gone, and we all moved to a different part of our lives. It was fun camping, and I'll have some pictures and stuff at the end, you know, of us at different sites, us camping and everything else. But it was fun. But now the family has decided that they want to go and travel more, and towing a camper and having a vehicle to tow it and everything else is just a pain. You know, they just want to get in the car, drive someplace, maybe stay at a camping site with a cabin, or stay at a hotel or whatever. The girls are older, they want to do different things, and it doesn't involve camping. So rather than fight, you know, I just got rid of the camper, and basically we're going to carry on and do other things and travel and try to have more fun that way. So anyway, this is the camper being pulled out of a very tight, narrow camping road. You can see it hidden trees and everything else. It is a hard place to get a camper into. Very isolated and very narrow path. So that was another whole issue all by itself. But the camper is gone, and we're moving on to a different chapter of our lives as far as what we do for our vacations and entertainment. So anyway, this is how we got the camper out of the campground, and how the owner towed it with a, I think it was a 2005 Chevy Trailblazer 4x4, the 4.2. Entirely overloaded in my opinion. He wasn't even able to use the load weight bearing hitch, or the torsion bars, weight distributing system or anything. He just hooked it up to a hitch. God bless him, he made it, but he did say the fastest he was driving was like 45-50 mile an hour with it. So yeah, it wasn't a good setup the way he pulled it out, but hey, he had the title, it was no longer mine, so everything was on his nickel. And that's the way it is. But anyway, watch this video and see how they pull the camper out of the campsite and take it away from the campsite. This is going to be a little bit on the sketchy side. Sold the camper off to different travels, but he's gonna have to negotiate all these tree branches and everything else to get this thing out of here. So it's a little bit sketch, as they say. Maybe he can do it without losing parts. It doesn't really matter at this point, because the title is signed over to him, so any damages, anything that happens now is on him. It's all his deal. He's towing it with a Trailblazer. I want to say it's like a 2005 or something like that. 4x4 with the inline 6 4.2. So I don't know how well he's going to be able to handle that. But I will say, dielectric grease on the plug for the electrical light connection. I put it on in 2008, and look at that, folks. Brake lights, tail lights, working. That's right, that's how good dielectric grease is. So just so you know. He's hitting all sorts of branches. Let's see what else he's going to hit when he goes. This is going to be tough for him. This is a pretty steep hill. And I got a little bit of a hairpin turn to it too, so I'm not sure what he's going to do. This is steep. This is really steep. Oh, he's going to go out the long way. See, he'd have never made this. He'd have never made this right here. So he had to go around that way. Otherwise, he would never made this. Now he's got to go down a steep hill. It's a 30-foot camper that's going to give that Trailblazer a run for its money. I don't know that it's rated to haul an 8,000-pound camper. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. So he made it out of the campground. Now just to see what he's gonna do. Thanks, Ray. Take it easy. That was the owner of the campground. Now he's going to hit the highway. He's going to stop, I think, to get air in the tires of the gas station. They still got air in them after all this time, too, so. But he doesn't have the anti-sway hooked up to it or anything else, so he's going to be driving slow. I'll follow him for a bit to see how things go, but then I'm going to hit the road because it's no longer my property, therefore no longer my concern. So that's just the way it is, folks. It's the way life is. He has the title, has the bill of sale. It's not my property anymore. So we'll see how he does towing it here the first few miles, and then once he pulls over to go to the gas station, then I'm heading home. It's end of story. Anyway, end of the camping days, folks. That's all there is to it. Well, folks, that's it. He got it out of there, and then I took off and went home, and all is said. This is the last time I saw that camper. I wish him the best for it. I think he's going to refurbish the flooring and do some work, or maybe just salvage it. I don't know, but that's up to him. It's his property. But remember, like, subscribe, MACT Garage, and all that good stuff on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, my feet hit the floor today. I'm having a great day. I want you to have a great day. Band of One's got some great music. And Mercy Girls always got a couple one-liners for you.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos. And remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.